M0FXB, welcome to my channel, TRX-1 or TRX-2. So in the USA you are able to search your location, but you do need to make sure that that is turned on. So if we're looking at the software and we're on the general settings tab, and remember to read the software, you need to plug the USB cable into your scanner, into the PC, and then download this software. I'll put a link in the description so you can download the Whistler software for the TRX-1 and 2. So on the general settings tab, which is the first tab, the thing I would make sure you've got selected is number one, for location you need United States or Canada or Australia. You will not get location settings if you're in the UK. The other one is you can put here set location on, although I did find that when I did that I still had to go in and turn it on. But otherwise, everything else is about the same. And on the left, you may as well set your mode when you're on the battery to on. That means that the light will be on, basically. That's what that means. I didn't change anything else. You've got the beep settings down here. So over to the device, we just go by the TRX-1. I mean, they both operate in a very similar way. Now, if you look, at the moment, they're both saying set location here and here. If yours is missing, number one, check that you've got USA, Canada or Australia. If you're outside of that, then you're not going to get it. But what you can do is still just set it as United States, and then you can then load up, if you're in the UK like me, you can then load up scan lists how you like. They don't have to be from the United States. The other nice tip here is with the lights. If you want to get all the lights flashing, look, just select one at the top. Let's go to your, say, scan list, or conventional let's do it conventional frequencies. Actually, scan list if you like. Select one at the top, then go Control on your laptop A. That will select them all, and then when you change the top one, and you can start adding lights here. Look, you can see I've selected all different lights flashing by just selecting flash here, latch LED when activated. I've got the backlight on, and then I've added colors here. And you go down through and you can add colours. Now it looks like it's not going to let me add it there, but it does let me select set. It's probably because I've got the maximum colours selected, I'm guessing. Yeah, and that's why it won't let me add. But you can add, and you've got these presets where you can load in colours and send out colours, and you've got these ticks and different presets that you can load up. If you go load preset, look, there's all these different ones. Look at all this. And they're all part of the software. I didn't add that. This is all there. The one of them is called Christmas tree, and you've got fire department and all kinds of stuff, police department, you've got strobe. It's pretty cool. But anyway, let's just cancel that for now. It's just a little tip for you. But the other one is library. Now you do need to have your library imported on your SD card. Hopefully you've already got it when you bought the device in USA, America, Canada. It's already been loaded. But if it's not, then you are going to have to upload it. So you can go select here, select the one, and then just upload channels. That's what I did. I know I'm in the UK, but I still did it. And then once I did that and it loaded them all up, then I went back over here, top left, to general tab here. Now this screen here, if you've not seen it before, is basically your scan list. What is a scan list? It's a list, and each one of these has got a group of channels, and you enable them. So if you want the scanner to read this list when it's turned on, you have to tick enable all the way down here, and then you can make some default. If they're default, then I'm guessing it looks for them first. And then if you go across, forget advanced features for now, because we haven't done that. Go to scan list, and look, you can select the different scan lists. So if we look, for example, it's a long list, just like the first tab. If we select PMR 4469, if you want that to be, to hear that, you need to enable it. Look. So go yes. Like so, and same goes for the other ones. If you want to hear them, you're gonna have to enable them. Yes. And if you go to the first tab again, look, as we've enabled, look, you can enable them here as well. Yeah. So if you've got one there, look, P25 is not enabled. So let's try that and see if it works. So scan list, drop down, look for P25. There it is there, right in front of me. Oh, it says no. Go yes. And if we go back, hopefully it's enabled. Yeah, it is. See, so there's two ways of enabling it. Now once you've done that, that's your scan list. Now remember, you're importing these scan lists. So go over to convention. Let's say we're going to select at the top here, airband. Okay, it's listing all my airband and I've enabled it. Yes. Go to conventional frequencies and you've got all these airband things here. Now, if you want to bring in channels from somewhere like our Radio Reference UK, look that one up if you're in the UK, or in America, radioreference.com, you will be importing. The easiest way for me is a text file. So on the bottom right here, hopefully you can see it without myself in the way. Let's just move this, shrink this down a bit. Here it says text file. You click text file. Do that again. I just want to make sure you can see it. Text file here, and then you're bringing in files. Now I've downloaded some text files. If I go to download, they're here. Look, if you click one, like so, and then go import, it's going to bring them in. It's brought 11 objects in, and if we scroll to the bottom of this very long list here, the ones we brought in are here at the bottom now. So that's how you bring in channels, and they'll get added to the scan list that you've selected. If you go back to scan list here, there's scan list, they'll get added to that. So if you were on FM repeater and it's enabled, click yes, and you bring in a new file, yeah, when you select conventional frequencies, look at that like it's your VFO. Then if you bring in a text file like we did earlier, and then say we'll do a different one, we'll go PMR, click open, it's going to put it at the bottom of this list. You can see there it's importing it, and that gets added. Now if you want to save this there's a few failed items here, but it will tell you why, probably because they're digital thing, although it's a digital radio scanner. So if you want to save this, then what you do, you go scanner, and then you want to go, no, actually file at the top here, file, and you want to save configuration, just so you don't lose it, and it will always save it in a CDAT file. A CDAT file, it's a funny word, but it's basically, they call them vScanner files. It's your scanner file for the whole scanner. So you go save, and you can have more than one. You don't have to just have one vScanner file. You can have more than one. So that's that saved. Now to send it to your scanner, that's another thing. At the top here, you've got the word scanner. And the confusing thing for me is that when you're sending items to the scanner, and it does say here clearly scanner stroke SD card. You don't actually have to have the SD card in the scanner. You can have it in your PC. When you connect the cable from your scanner to your PC, you're just connecting the SD card, really. That you can actually turn the scanner off. It's still going to work. So anyway, now a big key one to make the American stuff work was you have to click when you're in the scanner section. Because if you go over here to library import, and again you can see all the different things you can import there by preferred city, country, zip, and I'll show you that on the radio. If you're on that needs to be full of items, and if it's not, you can actually, and you're not seeing it on the radio. If you go to your radio, let's go to menu and go down, click down until you get to set location, which is the third one down, then click select the play button. You can select things, look by city, country, and zip code. Now, I'm not sure if it will work, but if I go zip code, select, and then I could put in 1000 and then 1 at the end, which is New York, and then select. Default custom types, so select again. Now, I haven't done this yet. I'm just going to put yes. And look, it's starting to import all the New York stuff. So that means you'll be able to start searching that part of America, or if you're in Australia, Canada. So you can search by zip code, area code, by county, by city, etc. Yeah, and probably more. So now what I found is that to make sure that works, and it works the same with the TRX-2. If I select here, down, select, and this time we'll go by city, and you just put in the first letter. So I don't know, I'll leave it as A. Select, and look, it's found Alabama. Select. And then select for done. Not really sure what to do. Default types. I'm going to click yes. And look, it's all that. So you can decide what you're going to look at. And because these scanners can hold so many things around the world, thousands and thousands, you do need to learn how to use a scanner. They're a lot more complicated to use than a ham radio. There's a lot more there that you can do with them. once you learn it, then obviously, you know, you've got one scanning there and one scanning here. I'm just going to press select, import done, select. I'm going to put no for skip, and then just hit scan, and it's going to start scanning. So one key thing I think you need to remember to do though is the library. See, it says here, copy library to scanner card. If you're going to any of those sections that we just showed you, and it says when you go down to library, if we go back on this one, on the TRX-2, go back with the menu button, select that, and I'm going to click no, skip is no. If you go down to browse library and it's blank, you're not getting United States and Canada, then you need to go back to your computer and go copy library to scanner memory SD card. So let's go back again, and back again. And you can go back here, look. We need to go back more. Main menu, down 2 for main menu, select. I'm going to say skip for no. If you go down to look, browse objects, and then you've got these different items here that you can select. You can go right and left. You're going through all these things that are in those scan lists. Choose one you like, then hopefully, I think, you can select it and then start scanning. Push again. Yeah, and it's starting to scan. So I know it's complicated. There's a lot to take in and a lot to learn with these programs, and it does take weeks. You're not going to learn this in a day. And there's a lot more as well. Scan lists. I haven't even looked at trunk radio. It's more in the USA, but look, it does all that for you as well. Big learning curve there. Weather in the USA. Library. You've got audio for record and playback. Search. So it's quite a lot to take on. A very simple way to do things is to back out, go down to search, select, then go down to tune mode, okay, select, and now you can literally type in a frequency. So if we go 431.00, select, and it's just going to start scanning. Yeah, and you can pause, or you can go forward and it will just start scanning forward. That's the easiest way to use this scanner, is just literally to manual dial it. So good luck with it. Thanks for watching my channel, and please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Lots more videos to follow. All the best. Bye for now from the UK 7-3.